All right, guys, welcome back to Key Knowledge 6. So this one I did briefly mention in part 1 of the 7Ps, the product life cycle. So what we mean by the product life cycle is when we introduce the product all the way through until the product is removed from the market. All right. And then the relationship between each of these stages and the choice of marketing strategy that they will use. Okay, so the product life cycle. It is a series of stages that a product will pass through from the moment it is introduced to the market until the product becomes obsolete or replaced. So you can see in this little graph here, you've got introduction, growth, maturity, and then decline. Often, when a product is in its first stages of the product life cycle, once it does hit maturity and does the sales start to decline, a business often does look at ways to extend the product's life. So the stages through which all products pass, I just said, the launch or the introduction, growth, maturity, decline, or extension. Marketing strategies will change throughout each stage in the product life cycle in order to make sure that it is aligning with the customer's values. All right, so in terms of sales, when we introduce a product, sales are relatively low. Okay, people often don't know about it, or it is something that is quite new, innovative, and potentially customers are somewhat unsure of it, or there may be competing products that they would prefer to go for. You have growth, pretty self-explanatory. That is when sales are significantly growing. You've got maturity, so sales start to sort of steadily pace themselves, I suppose. They don't grow, but they're not super declining either. And then you have your decline. All right, the introduction or the launch. So the launch of the product into the marketplace, often after extensive research and development phases. So making sure that a product is what the customer wants, running market research, running feasibility strategies to determine whether the product will actually be successful. The levels of sales, so the market share and profit on the product will be low. Aim of this is to increase customer awareness for its product, to increase overall sales and market share. All right. So in terms of the marketing mix, where we are looking at the introduction phase of a product, the product is introduced to the market in its most basic form. Okay, so there's no additional add-ons in this very first phase. This would often happen in the extension phase. Price, often a business is going to use price penetration, which is setting prices lower than competitors in an aim to increase the market share. But they could also set prices at a premium level, so setting it at a higher retail price in order to make back the money quicker. Place, it's going to depend on the business. All right, so distribution is selective, with the product only being available in a limited number of outlets. That is to sort of think about supply and demand. If it's not supplied everywhere, demand is often going to increase. Promotion, often targeted at early adopters in an effort to educate them on the benefits of the product. People, we're making sure all our employees are trained. The physical evidence, the business will provide accurate evidence about the product testing and product features. And after sales services, such as warranties, are promoted to make sure that customers do trust the brand, which is going to improve the brand image, which is the general impression held by current and potential customers. All right, The growth phase, so what we were just talking about was still the introduction phase. When we hit growth, effective promotions and acceptors by the consumers. They are starting to really like the product. They're wanting to purchase it. This is where sales are going to rapidly increase. Okay, there's going to be lots of levels of sales, high levels of sales, in order to make sure the customers are actually buying these products. Competitors will likely have entered the market by this stage because they have seen the product, felt the product, seen the product in action. And if it is a product that is selling, they are probably going to want to become a part of it as well. All right, so the product quality, design, and features are often improved upon. The price can be increased only if price penetration was previously used. Obviously, if you're using premium pricing, you're not going to continue to increase it. To beat competitors, the price may also be lowered if a premium price was used. Distribution is increased as a product gains popularity amongst competitors. Promotion is now targeted to a wider audience of consumers. Staff are more experienced because they have most likely had the same sort of questions over and over again. And then you've got your physical evidence, meaning that the product success, so that word of mouth, has started to reach other consumers, other potential buyers, which has meant that it can become more popular amongst consumers. And the process, the after sales service to ensure that customers are returning. All right, maturity or saturation. So this is where the levels of sales has stabilized and competition for the product is quite strong. Profit will start to decline, initial consumer demand is satisfied, and they can, after this stage, relaunch or do something to extend the product life. But regularly, it does just begin to decline. So again, product, the business is going to try to improve the product to differentiate from competitors. Prices may be lowered to compete with the industry and maintain market share. Distribution is further increased to a large number of outlets. Promotion is now concentrated on brand image and distinguishing the product from the competition. So trying to make it more popular than the other products. Staff are trained to inform customers of the unique product attributes that have been added to the product. So previously a product was this, and now we've improved it, so it's going to benefit you this way. Yeah. The business will provide evidence of the unique product attributes that distinguish the product from competitors, so why their product is better than another. And processes related to the sale of the product have been strongly established within the business. All right. And then you have decline. So this is where the steady decline in sales starts to occur, and the product potentially becomes unprofitable, or a new product is ready and the original product is going to be withdrawn from the market. So again, it may just be a brand new, completely different product, or it could be something similar but different enough that it needs a brand new marketing mix of its own. And then you again have your product. The business will attempt to sell the existing stock before the product is discontinued, and that could be reducing the price to clear it out. Distribution is now limited to low-cost distribution channels. Promotion is significantly cut back. You're not going to be spending money on trying to sell a product that is no longer being made. And staff may be trained to offer promotional deals to clear out existing stock. Evidence will still be provided to customers to demonstrate that the product is still useful, still beneficial, and business processes related to the sale of product are still going to be in place, the same as what they have been for the introduction, growth, and maturity phases. All right, and then you have the extension. So during a decline stage, a business can implement strategies to lengthen the product life cycle. A range of extension strategies that a business can pursue to prevent its product from becoming obsolete. So potential strategies that they could use: exporting to new countries, because you're obviously then going to be getting a whole new target market. You're growing the market, growing your customer base. You can create a new version of the product, so create a new or updated version can prevent the product from lagging behind the competition. So again, just trying to differentiate it, improve it in order to still be able to compete. And to change promotion techniques. So changing promotion techniques can allow a business to recover sales growth. New and innovative advertisements can improve a customer's perception of the product. So again, trying to remind them of how beneficial this product actually can be.